being home is natural for you. There's no travel time, but I think the most important thing is having your friends and family there backing you.
Yeah, and the excitement levels are just so much higher. A home Olympics or a home Com Games, it just adds to that element of excitement, not only for us as athletes, but for the public. They can come and watch and actually feel a part of what we actually do.
I'm Mitchell Morgans and I'm a male gymnast.
My name's Becky Smith. I'm an Indigenous race walker.
I did a lot of sports when I was younger. I think I started gymnastics when I was 3. One of my best mates at the time was doing it, and my sister did it as well. That perception of it being a girl sport, when I was growing up, I told my friends I did gymnastics, but no one really teased me about it. I felt pretty comfortable that I could say that I do gymnastics.
I started race walking when I was about 10 years old. I did it through Lille Athletics, so I've been doing Lille Athletics or athletics since I was about 6 or 7. So with athletics, there's so many different events that you can do. I guess you kind of veer towards the events or sports that you're good at as a kid. Race walking was just the one that I guess I liked the most and was the best at without having to try as hard. My sporting heroes have changed since I've grown and matured. Being an Indigenous female athlete, Cathy Freeman stands out amongst most, especially with her Sydney performances at the Olympics, winning gold there. I remember that exact moment. I remember what I was doing, where I was, and even the feeling that I got when I saw her win and what she's doing for not only female sporting Australians, but Indigenous peoples as a whole.
I don't have a certain person, but there's people I kind of aspire to, but I just try to gather details from every sporting kind of big name and try to put it into my gymnastics.
Having the people before me, Cathy Freeman, Nova Peris, stand up and say we can do this, we are strong, has really paved the way. It makes me incredibly proud to be an Indigenous athlete representing Australia. For me, it's more about inspiring the next generation to come through and be like, I'm Indigenous, I can do this.
There's definitely a lot of setbacks in sport. I think for me, it's been injuries. They are a huge setback. In 2014, I actually made the Commonwealth Games team, and unfortunately, 2 weeks out, I found out that I had a stress fracture in my shin, and the doctors pulled me out from competing. So that was a point where I was kind of like, oh man, I've worked all these years, I've made the Commonwealth Games, do I want to continue, sort of thing. I mean, I love gymnastics and I love sport, and for me, I still had unfinished business. I want to go to the Olympics, and I wanted to, 2018 Com Games were right around the corner, and that's the kind of drive I think athletes have to always succeed. I think that's what's helped me get to these games this year.
A big one for me. So I went to the London Olympics and had my baby, had a break, worked really hard to get back. In 2016, tried to get to the Rio Olympics, and I was second fastest qualifier, 3rd at our trials, and unfortunately still didn't get selected for the team. So things like that, where you have selectors that kind of determine whether you're going to represent Australia for at the biggest sporting spectacle in the world or not, was really hard for me to kind of deal with and come back from. But I think the only person who can stop you from doing what you want as an Indigenous person, as a male person, as a female person is yourself. We need to, as a nation, build resilience in our kids, and sport has taught me so many life lessons that I don't think I would have learned otherwise. You learn how to be a good winner, you learn how to be a good loser, you learn how to never give up, you learn how to be hurt and keep going. I really feel that those types of lessons are invaluable with sport, so I definitely don't think I would be who I am today without sport.